Is this a setup or what? Oh my god! Oh my god! Come on! Oh my god! This is my wife, Annie.
I hope you're alright.
Oh my god!
Get that phone now, get that phone.
Come and sit down.
You just missed the waterworks,
Right, I'm not going to be able to capture everyone on film. You're just going to have to talk. Whoever's on the film gets on the film. What to take your coat off?
We're not stopping.
Okay.
Why not?
Listen, why not? Listen, I want to tell you.
Somebody told me she had money in here, so.
No, it's in the big Nicholas.
I was just making a brief.
Oh my god. Listen, I need to tell you.
You can't smoke in the flat, damn, don't smoke in
My
the
kids
flat.
know of you. Right. Okay. Both of you, because as I was saying just earlier, you know, you two guys have been together forever. And it's lovely. But my kids know you because of Tim.
The fight.
We had a fight when we were kids.
Oh.
I had a fight with I think Manny Campbell brought this kid round. Was it next door to him where he lived there in Fairmont Street? But then I went in the park. Manny's there and he brought Manny. I only ever seen Manny over at Cecil Street on the sandpit.
Yeah.
Playing football. So Manny's fronting me and I'm thinking, what's this? What's this? So me and him had a set to. And he had this dog. It was the loyalest dog.
I remember going in his house and I was like, fucking phones, you know what I mean?
So anyway, we took to fight and we're rolling around on the floor, punching the sand in, missing each other. And all that. The next thing, I felt these teeth in my buttocks. I fucking yelped. I was like, get it all, get out. Manny's like, get in too, get in. You know what? After that, we didn't see each other for years, and it was never a boner kid.
No. But do you know what? That dog, because again, that dog was with me 24/7 when I was a kid. It used, and anybody who come to the house and everything.
Well, it was doing its job.
Oh, it was. It didn't have any. It used to come to school, go to school, and it follow me to school, and then it come back at.
It did, honestly.
So I was one of them guys who said, "Yeah, you want to fight at?"
Oh yeah.
Okay then, but we're looking for the dog. You know what I mean?
And I was the full bleeder on the end of it. I say, why did you used to bring people to fight with you? Because you was Irish and you didn't say no. That's what he said before. My life was fucking hell enough as it was.
I knew your name before we was together.
Well, you know, the thing was, it wasn't because I was some great fighter.
No, but
it's that I wouldn't let anyone bully me, I just wouldn't have it.
No, but you were like a hero. You was like Bruce Lee to us kids. Tommy Brogan.
Well, I tell you what, when I first come round Danny, because I knew Dan when we was little on the market. We were friends, but I used to see him and Chris Phillips. We'd be feeding the cars. You know? Yeah, so when I first booked up with Danny again in Fallowfield, I said, Danny like that, But there was a kid around them, I won't say his name, and he thought he was a bit of a lad. So when he said, it's Tommy Brogan there, he's walked up to this lamppost, you know, because bang! You know, to show off to me, I swear to God, he split his fucking head open. It was like that.
Just fucked himself right on. Yeah, he's gone right on.
Dan's walking beside me.
That's because he
fucking me now.
No, exactly. But watch me now, look at what I can do.
Oh my god.
But I'll tell you what, we used to meet up, I think it was one of the day weeks, and we'd all still remember we said we'd sign on.
Oh god.
They said they put your money up from £5 to £7 quid.
£7.
The social, they made me and him stay away from each other from 9 in the morning till 5 at night. They said yous are not allowed near each other.
And how was they going to police that?
Well, they couldn't, because they was in.
Around.
Well, back then you could just go in and out of loads of jobs, couldn't you? Because Manny, you went in the Navy.
That's right.
He said, get in there. So I sent the papers off. They said, no, you've been you've got a criminal record, we're not having you.
I only had a conditional discharge.
I've got one of them, Manny.
But then I met Hughie Murphy,
Manchester, yeah.
and he said,
Salford,
go and be a jockey, because he'd gone through the same again, not having you, you've got a criminal record. So I thought, well, I might as well just be a criminal.
Yeah.
I might as well stick to the job, I'm alright.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't get in the Merchant Navy because I was a month too long in the...
Was you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We seen Manny off, won't we? Was it?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
From the underground market, don't you remember?
Yeah, underground market.
I'll tell you who else we've seen off as well, me, Dan,
When he
and
was
Danny
going
Jasper.
in, the day he was going in.
When Roy Fawn went in the
We
house.
seen you off.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the underground market.
I said, I'm
My
not
God,
going
see what I
over
mean? All the
Give it up
connections.
your own
We were talking
thing.
about how we connect.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. So I went to see, because I worked at Dunlop's and we all worked at Dunlop's.
Dunlop's and Kellogg's.
But we lasted about all the 2 minutes of bloody Dunlop's, you know, and then I got a job before that. So I went to see, and that was the kind of, my dad was like, you know, don't come to my house, you don't work, you were saying it, if you don't work, you don't come in this house, that type of thing. So I went off to see, and God, that was amazing and all, because I'd come back and I'd bring weed and we'd all be smoking. They'd be going, where's this weed from? Oh my God. So
I was always happy to see him. It was even without the weed.
I know. Yeah. Because like you say, I suppose like these, you know, the four of us, you know, you meet people throughout your life and we've never fallen out, we've never had that conflict. We've always kind of met each other and said goodbye or see you and that type of thing. You know what I mean? So, and there was a lot of us like that, you know, there was just a few.
No, absolutely, there's links all over, isn't there?
Yeah. I was listening to you two, and we've mentioned it and all, the Duati story. Because,
everyone does the Duati story.
No, but Steve, he was a great lad.
He was,
Yeah.
He was just that kind of persona.
He
He came because he walked like that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the funny story. When I lived at Frida's.
See your connection again.
Yeah.
So Frida, she's got an eye on Tony Hatter. Right. So we've all come back. So we've gone back. I've just gone home. I'm up in my bed. Me. Frida's come in. Tony's come in. But Dave's with her. Dave's gone like, I fucking love you. You know. But she's on the stairs, and he's trying to get a grip, and Dave's saying, come here, and she went, Tom, help. Right, so I come to the top of the stairs and I looked down and Dave looked up and he went, go back to bed. You know. And Tony coming to get out, he was a gentleman, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He said,
and he said, calm down, Dave. And Dave's like, but Dave, I was just saying to Dan, he had a high moral level of his own nature, Dave.
Yeah, he did.
That for all the wrong thing, he would never rob somebody personally.
No.
And you could always go to Dave, and if somebody was troubling you or talk to him. Him and Tony were the best big brothers you could have ever had. Weren't they?
Even when we play football, and Tony would be the one who'd be saying to us, you know what I mean, how do you expect this team to function if you lot are staying out late?
Tony,
Give
with his granddad
give the
ways.
Reno.
Yeah,
because he was dead serious.
That's when the night's on.
I know, wasn't it? Oh my God.
Town has visited us.
But the team was amazing, and you know, because there was Dave Joando and others who were like a bit more stern than us in regards to we need to train and okay. Well, what about Wednesday? We kept changing the nights to train.
That didn't coincide with weekends.
It didn't coincide. Oh, that was it. Well, like you say, we kind of go to the Reno. You leave there 3-4 o'clock. Go to the Blues. I get home about 7 o'clock, and you've got to get up for 1 o'clock. And you go there and we'd all be getting changed, and you could see you were still wrecked from that. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what though, some of the nights he'd have a couple of training sessions in Alec Park.
Yeah.
And if Alan Joando was there,
I'd
say, I've got a bad leg, mate. Because Alan, and he never meant harmony. If he took you out, I tell you what, he could be in the Royal. One powerful Alan. One night we done this thing, the sewing machines. I'll just forget it. So we're running with it. Alan's got, and they're heavy, aren't they? I'm running with this machine. I said, I can't fucking keep up. Alan just got the two, didn't he, Dan? He just lifted him, but he weren't like that. He was like that. We got back to their kids, didn't we? All his hand was ripped open because we put a brick through his windows and it just made us. Dan went, smash, you know, to put the thing out. Oh, it ripped his hands wide open.
Me and him robbed a cement mixer.
Oh, that was funny. We went in his
and
house.
Running, carrying that. My heart was busting out with chest.
And I kept running out of money, so I was robbing builders, everything. So I said to her, I've seen this mixer in this house. I said, we'll get in at the night. We'll get it. So we're in there, but there's all bricks in that. So we're trying to get it out. And this old woman, she went, there's somebody in there, Larry, and older is. So I said, get down. So the old fellas come out and he said, no, it's all right, she went, get in there, you got no balls, you go on, see who's in there. We'd like that. So we're going to have to steam him. So the old fellas like that. If you're in there, I'll bring the police, I'm telling you now. So we went, back up! And he fucking ran out the door. But we ran up the road with this mixer.
But we can't roll it, you know what I mean? Like, we're carrying it, man. My heart's out, you know, like ready to bust out my chest.
What about the lagging out of the thing?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I've got them big rolls of that. Woof, over this fence. Woof. I've got to about 5 or 6 and the arms going. So they're just hitting the top of the fence now.
Going down.
And I'm like, you know, you have a pale fail. And she's saying, oh, you're and I'm thinking, fuck off. And you're not throwing them.
So we're now running through the streets, you know, with lagging. No, to do the house. The next day, though, man, we're like covered in fiberglass.
Yeah. And when you look back
honestly,
and all
this is it. You know, we were talking about it. You know, at that time it was our time and it was lovely.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was madness around us, but it was lovely. And you know, we were talking like you two the other night. You know, it's like, you know, it was about smoking and chilling and listening to music.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
You know, and that was that main thing. You know, Cooley and Persian. And something. What was said the other night, you know, after the Reno and the other people who wanted to play music, it wasn't the same.
Yeah, but the family of it gone.
Yeah. And that era.
I remember you saying to me when you came out and you come in the Reno, and it blew you away that there was that many African people. It was like, I'll listen to yours, Mark. You said you were that isolated as a kid. Linda, Dan was the same, but then to find that you had an extended family like that. Because when
it was cool to be out
it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, it's more than cool because you start to realise just who you was.
Yeah.
You know, like nowadays it's an ethnic minority. Well, then there was no such thing as that. It was just you, and you didn't. You wasn't significant about anything. It was just there. That's what I'm saying. You was just there. And it wasn't until the Reno and the later years in the Reno everyone started to go, we're half-caste, man. We belong to this set. We belong to that set. And they don't want us. They don't want us. And then the mulatto came about. The missing fucking, you know what I mean? The missing link, the mulatto. Is that us? And that's where it all started. Everybody started saying, well, we're that person. But even today, all the things that people know about Africa and Jamaica and America and all these places, there's still nobody for us. Where is our place? Where is our being?
You know, I've been out over the years and that, and loads of, you know, on white teams and that, and he said to me, how is it you always run around with them blacks and that? And I'd say, you know what? I said, well, they ain't just black. They'd say, well, what do you mean? They'd say, they're half-caste, and he'd say, but they're all the same, aren't they? I'd say, no. They'd say, what do you mean?
How
so you don't understand. No, but they didn't understand now.
Yeah.
And he'd say, well, how are you with him? And I said, well, to be honest, I was that rough and scruffy as a kid. I was... They'd call me gypsy and I was fighting with everybody. So I felt ostracised myself. I said, it was only the half-caste kids who brought me in as their own. I said, so my friends from smaller cells down to me, they're as close to me as I could ever have it with anybody. And it wasn't like, oh, I'm against anyone. It's like, no, you go where you welcome.
Well, this is what I was trying to say about the connection that everybody had. You know what I mean? It wasn't about, it was a mainly mixed race club and a place for us to go. But there were certain people that could come in that clique and be in that clique without being questioned. Are you white? Are you black? There was only that certain person that could come in there, because of the conflict they had was the same conflict that we was getting.
Yes, exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it made it easier for that person to be personified with us and at ease, because I could look at him in his eyes and not see a white guy. I could see Tommy. And Tommy could see us. You know what I mean? Whereas white people on the outside of it could only see.
Well, I think
you know what I mean?
I think the difference is that we were all the same in regards to, there wasn't like now where you know lots of some families will have a lot of money and others don't. We were all the same. You know, we were all kind of, you know, in a nice kind of way, dragged up, you know.
Absolutely.
No, but it wasn't that designer pressure on us and all of that.
It was love there, wasn't it? Between us.
We were all the same, and you know, that connection of
and there was always something to share, even though you had nothing.
You
know what I mean?
But there was that connection of that cultural connection, because, you know, whether your parents come from Ireland or they come from Africa, and where we were living, we were all kind of treated the same, you know what I mean? Because, i.e., you know,
we were all ethnic families, weren't we?
Well, of course it was. Where we, you know, on our street, you know, it was like where we lived, the family next to us, the Shorts, you know, a big Irish family, you know, big diggers outside the house and everything. And then the guy next to us, Mr. Prescott, he owned a couple of clubs, but he was going blind, old African guy. Then the next guy was Jamaican, and then the next family were Polish. The people over the road was, remember the old hotel facing us? And you had like the Travellers, the Gypsies there, real staunch Irish guy.
Ollie Bell and all of them.
And then Ollie Bell lived in the back street by Adams. On the side street there, you went to Ollie Bell's street, and at that end of the street, they owned it, they ruled it.
Oh, absolutely. They lived in our street, County Street, and they ruled.
Ollie and Dave, and all the sisters and all.
When I was a kid, he went out with our Susan. We was in the same school. He was a year older than me. No, Dave. And he'd said something to her, and our Susan was forever slinging me in. He said this and this, so I fronted him. A year's a year, didn't we? So I fronted him. He said, go away. He said, I'll hurt you, Tom. It's like, you fucking won't. Come on then. And every time I run at him, he went, poof. And at the end of it, my face is full of carrot. And I won't stop me. And in the end, he got hold of me and said, you stop, you little fucker, you. And our Susan's there saying, give it again, Tom. I'm thinking, I'm not giving anything.
I know. Yeah, because I knocked around with Dave. Like,
I like Dave, though. He's great.
I kind of knocked around with him a bit. And it was mad because he lived on, oh my God.
Just off Acorn Street there, was it?
No, but when we were older, and
by the Rec Park he had an house, didn't he?
Do you know where, Jesus Christ, Clement Road? Not Clement Road.
It was great, Great Western Street, he had a little house off there.
Yeah, the three little houses there. Yeah. Well, again, me and him used to graph together because we were both kind of using it at the same time. And what it was is that I kind of, you know, kidnapped someone on the front who wanted an amount, and I'd go to his and I'd go, okay, give us your money. I'm going in that door there. And his back door looked like the front door. But the front door was on Great Western Street, you know what I mean? So what happened is I go in the back and I go, you can park your car here. And I go through and give him a drops, and I'd be gone out the front door. And then I'd come, I don't know, I'd see him a few days later and he'd go, they were there for ages, you know. I had to come out and say, fuck off. You know, what are you fucking doing here? Fuck off. You know, when we had a little graph like that, because he wanted to go, but he was though. And then the students, because we were moochers. You know, money's money, you know what I mean? And especially when you're into that, and the students would come and I'd go to his and he'd go, are you ready? And I'd go, why's your hair like that? And you go, look at the fucking bolt cutters. And we're getting all the new ones.
Yeah.
And then later on, before that, with Cooler, because we used to do it with Cooler with the weed.
Yeah.
Remember the club that, like, in Oxford Road, that little gardens, Oxford Road Gardens, they had like a students' kind of
what's that
You scored
called?
stairs.
All Saints.
All Saints.
Yeah,
All Saints.
Yeah, All Saints.
Yeah,
All Saints,
you
yeah.
go upstairs, it was all students,
Yeah.
but Cooley kind of sussed it, and we'd be there, and it's really Cooley, he'd have a block of black, and he'd be doing like
No, I tell you what it was. It was where we used to go down.
Oh, the students'
You go up the big steps of the student gallery, and then Frank started getting in there.
No, this is if you go past, like, say,
To
you
All
go
Saints,
towards
yeah.
town,
Right.
and you
Grosvenor Street.
go past all the students. No,
Grosvenor Street, the park on the opposite Grosvenor Street.
Yeah, the little.
there was a little park.
Yeah, there used to be the graveyard.
Graveyard.
Yeah, that used to be a
If I
graveyard.
if I was up going up Oxford Road, past the student,
With
past
Johnny
the,
Road.
Past
Yeah,
the,
past-
past
past
the,
there.
past the museum,
Yeah.
going towards town.
Under
You
the
come up to the
bridge.
satellites and
you got
there's
the bridge. It comes over the road.
I think before that.
Yeah, just before that, there's a little park on the left.
on the left.
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
And it was just round there.
Go opposite
And
Grosvenor
it was a
snooker
snooker
place. You
place,
know Grosvenor
yeah,
Road?
yeah, yeah,
Grosvenor
yeah,
Street.
yeah,
You know,
I know where you're on about.
yeah,
Johnny
We used to have a
Road,
soul
yeah,
night. We used to have a
that's
soul
right, yeah,
night
yeah,
on
yeah.
a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Cooley would say, come on,
Yeah, I
let's
know
go
what you
to
mean.
soul night. And I'd be there and I'd be saying, queue up. And he'd be just cutting the little £5 strips.
Yeah.
And we'd do it in like no time. And he'd go, come on, let's go to the Reno now.
You
And
got close to him, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You and Lynn live at the house or something?
Yeah, and I lived with Cooley and
Jelly bean.
and Jean.
Jelly
Yeah,
bean Jean.
Jelly bean.
Oh,
Jelly
Jean
bean
could
Jean,
cook,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And she used to put butter in the rice.
She was great.
Yeah. But she was manic.
Oh, we was all manic in our
I know,
way.
but Cooley, you know, he was then mellow cool. He
Yeah.
really was. And, you know, he had, if it wasn't Jean, it was there Chris. You know, he couldn't.
Just be mellow and then
He
they
really
do.
couldn't
Well, we used to
escape.
go to his house, didn't we, to the flats, and we just sorted out with the weed. And,
Yeah, you know what I mean? And he was mellow.
But also with that,
We used to go there when we was in Hardwick, innit?
Yeah, in
Yeah,
Hardwick.
The King's pub.
Yeah. And he was mellow. He was mellow
I
cool.
mean, just before Cooley died, you
Yeah.
know, started going round to his house and that, and just say to him, "Where's your music, man?" "Ah, man, that's gone years ago.
Oh.
Never touched music." I said, "You're fucking getting back into music." I went and got him a stereo.
Yeah.
Started busting some tunes, got some tunes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah,
And he was on it, man. He was on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was
He was
brilliant.
on it.
He used to kind of take me to the record shop at the
Yeah.
back of.
The picture of the garment.
No, do you know where we used to go to the
Spinning.
underground?
Spinning.
Spinning.
Is it the
Spinning.
spinning?
Yeah, that's
I always
it.
say underground around the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And he used to take me there, and do you know what he'd do? He was brilliant because he'd go. And I say to my kids now, the guy would say, "Here's 20 albums, just come in."
Yeah.
And he'd just put it on, and you'd have 3 or 4 seconds, and he'd go, "Turn it, take it off." And I go, "What did you hear in that?" He went,
Yeah, there's a couple of tracks
That's
in
how
there.
it was.
and
Yeah.
then we go to his, and then he'd go, and out of all these albums, he might
Yeah.
have 4 or 5 tunes, you know what I mean? But he spent like 30, 40 quid.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
he'd go,
yeah.
"That's the track, listen to that tonight
Yeah.
at 3 o'clock, in between this and that," and then he'd play and I go, "Oh,
He was a little
my
genius,
God."
wasn't
He
he?
was
Wow.
amazing. Oh, he's-
I didn't know him that way.
Yeah,
he
he's
was brilliant.
I sound
His tune shaped people's lives.
I remember when he
You know what I mean?
that's construction.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
it. That was it. Oh my God. The speaker was saying, the speaker by, yeah.
And moving on.
That's it. The speaker by the toilet.
Yeah.
We're all queuing up to get next to it because it was massive and the music out of it. The tune that I always think about when I hear it to me, it's Cooley's tune is Bobby Moore Call Me.
Yeah.
Lovely tune, amazing tune, and why have I got that connection? Because when I first heard it from him, and I went, he'd scratched the bloody name off, and he wouldn't tell me, and I kind of badgered him for ages. And when I started knocking around him, he went, I've ordered a copy on import, you can have it. And it was on a blue label instead of the red label. You know what I mean? But
He was a genius with that.
He was.
And if you listen to him, even when just before he went,
Yeah.
he'd talk about music, but little riffs that people, and you'd think, no one else would talk that deep about something. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't the love of his life.
Yeah.
Because then that video the other night, I'm not sure if Cotty said to him, he was better than you, Persian.
That was the brand he got. His player could see him, you know, turning Jekyll. Could you see it? Yeah, I think he's going to bottle him in a minute.
But he wouldn't let up about the tenner, would he?
Oh, Persian, man. That it hurt him, man. You know, that film only gave him a tenner.
He said, and then Cola tried to get him sacked. He said, oh, we don't want you here.
Oh.
No, Cola, bloody hell.
No, but funny with Cola, with the fight with Derek. He said, Mark, how he come in the alley, he said to Derek. He said, he's gunning for you over there. He said, who? He said, Cola. He said, what for? He said, he wants his chain back. You know, because Cola had a fight and snatched his chain. Right? Put it on this man. So Derek went, he said, what do you mean he wants his chain off me? He said, how does he know I'm good? And Mark said, because I fucking told him. He said, did you, you grassy bastard? He said, right outside. So when Derek come out to the fight, he said, no, I'm not ruining these clothes. He said, you fucking wait there. And he ran all the way home and come back with a tracksuit. You know, but a towel. Like you see them keep fit. You know, the professional jogger. You know what I mean? Oh, that was funny.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Cola. And what was the son who worked behind?
Buddy and Moses.
Oh God, Buddy.
Oh, do you remember when he had a fight with
Tony
Tony Pereira? And he said, I'm a karate. He said, I'm a karate man. And Tony was like, fucking knock you on. He tried to do one of them kicks. And Tony got this off. No, it was Paulo. Old Sanya.
Yeah.
He still whoop. He just took him out of the air. Said, get behind the bag. Stop pretending you bruises because of an afro.
Oh my God.
There were some funny things in there, weren't there?
That is the guy. Yeah. And some scary things at times.
Go on, what's scary?
Well, do you know, I was at the where you had the snooker, the big
gambling.
You had to dice the dice. Oh, bloody hell, me and you were there. And we sat there, we're watching, we were mooching about, we're not really bothered. And well, I'd never a gambler, never dice or all that. And we're watching it. And it was the big tall guy. Slim. And the two brothers, Trevor.
Trevor was like, don't let him. And we was like, nah, leave them. Next
and I stood next to the guy.
Just went, fuck off in Slim's neck. Right now.
And do you know what Slim did? Slim just went like that. Fuck off. And he cut him, and I was right next to it. And he cut him from there right to here. And it just opened. It opened. And he grabbed his neck and he just fainted. And it was Slim who picked him up and went, I need to get this man to the hospital.
After he's
just stabbed him.
You see that Slim?
He's a lovely, quiet, mellow guy.
I'll tell you what.
No fuck with Slim.
One night there was a guy in there, do you remember the coolie guy? So they're throwing the dice. And the coolie guy said something to Slim, and he used to go like that when he was getting mad, he'd go. This coolie guy's like that. He got me blood clot money, and he went like that. Don't get me wrong line. Wait, what will you do? And he went like that. And
he was lovely with me, Slim.
You know what he used to do to get him wound up? You remember the stink bombs? He used to get them and put them on the floor near the table and go, and then we'd go over there like that, and you'd sit and gag me and he'd go like that. You dirty blood clot, you won't turn it, you fucking, and then he'd kick off. And gang you got onto us, didn't you? I know it is you putting the smell in there.
Yeah. God, there was some scenes, but you know, in general, it was great. It was amazing.
Yeah, but they're
we're talking about it now.
Yeah, no, but
25 years later, you know.
At the time, it was not. But now it was, it was part and parcel.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Part and parcel, and it's hard to define the difference between good and evil because it wasn't evil. It was, but it was. It was
I'll tell you what happened.
You know what I mean? It's
crazy.
It
just printed on my mind. You was there, Marcus. This guy come down the stairs and he nearly tripped, and as he's tripped, his coat's open, he's got a blade, a big knife. So as he's got through the door, somebody said it to him, Oh, and everyone set about this guy, right? He ended up like a tomato,
I think I was
right?
Yeah.
He come out of the club, and I don't know how he got there. He walked round where the brewery used to go round down the old Denmark Road.
Yeah, going towards the
And
market.
me, Danny, Barry Mitchell and Paul was in the car. We seen him round the corner there by the brewery, and the police was leathering him, but he was full of claret as it was. I thought, hey, that guy's gonna die.
Yeah.
He fucking didn't know. I thought, how can you weigh him in like that when he's just had a proper hiding like that?
Well, because some people just get some fucking beatings in that Reno job.
But there was some tough characters.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And, you know.
I remember some well-old beatings getting dished out.
I tell you,
And when you got collared when you were dipping him, and they caught you, you were knackered. But then it turned on them because it was like,
What do you mean dipping you?
I remember Graham, there was an old fella at the bar. Graham was then cheeky. And Graham said to me,
Graham Moore.
he said, he's got that lot of money in the top pockets. I said, well, you're not going to get it just like that. Graham went, of course I am. He's walked up and he went, he stuck it out of the fella's pocket, and the fella went, what the fuck are you doing? Graham went, shut up, slap! And he just walked up like that. And the fella was like, Graham was
And you look around and you think, we can't do anything.
another night he coming to us and he'd been in town. And he stood up at the stage. So he's like that. So you can hear, it's like, you fucking did, but you stood having a piss, you know, on the stage. So you dirty, couldn't even like, fuck it, Persian's got a mop up. He was mad, wasn't he?
I
He was funny, Graham, I loved him.
I went to London with Olu. Me and Chris went to London, and we hooked up with Steve. And I made a touch, me and Olu, we made a touch, and we were staying in a little flat. I think we were there for a month or so, and we made a decent touch. And but we hid the money, and we come back and the place had been ransacked. And you know who it was? That Nottingham guy, Stan.
Stan
from Nottingham.
Stan the man.
Yeah, he died, didn't he?
And so don't want to speak over the dead. You know what I mean? So we just came back then. You know what I mean?
Wow.
There was loads of them when we was kids and we first was down. We all lit Alec Road. Do you remember Peter Pells? They used to do the suits.
Yeah.
Right? So we steamed the window, and we cracked out we down. We had about 10 suits each. So they remember they were pulling all the old houses down there. So we've gone in this cellar and hid them. So we'll come back for them in a bit. We come back, and I know it wasn't sure it was Mark, was it, Mark Lariat? He had them whistles away, where had him? Fucking did it, I did it. You just know, don't you? It's like,
I've always had some bad ways, didn't it? Some little moves off people.
It's funny, man. Me and Mark.
No, we all still loved him, but he always had some bad ways.
I was into Mark a couple of times.
I was really
as kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, if you did something,
Yeah, Mark's always
you kept yours
Bad way,
Is it? Bad way, isn't
Who?
it? Matthew Lariat.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not, you know, like, everybody knew it was a back door, like, you know what I mean? But, like, you want to see him now, he's out there, mate. It's not the same.
I tell you who was
Because he was a strong character, regardless to, you know what I mean? Whatever.
Young Paul, he's a nice guy.
I've seen Paul for years.
No,
No,
he
lives somewhere else.
Paul was out. I mean, I didn't really know Paul too well, but yeah,
I seen him at Mark's Field, then I seen him at Solomon's Do. I like Paul, he's a good
Yeah,
Paul's always been alright, dead quiet, innit?
I seen him at the hospital, Greenwich Hospital. He stood outside and just come along and he's gone, Manny.
Yeah.
Paul. He was having his ears done, his ears was back.
Oh, he went mad. He had bad emphysema, didn't he? I think they did a stone done him up with his chest and that.
Oh, me and him were always arguing.
The last time I seen him, me and Cotty was outside
Everyone in the back of nearly all stories of violence and argument. Mark somewhere.
And I remember him taking me to his mum's, Mark, and she lived near, not Adams,
Eugene.
no, not Eugene, the
Wallace.
Well, Wallace used to live off
Clement Road,
that's right, because that's where Davy Bell lived. Just around the corner. So he took, through past his, and he took me to his mum once, because I never really knew his mum. I always remember his dad.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Because he was a big guy.
Oh,
wasn't
He
he?
saved you, didn't he, Dad?
Yeah.
He was a big guy, the
big
dad.
guy.
Really. And again, then, you know, I think all of us, you know, we kind of we respected each other's dads. You had to. Because, you know, no matter how wild some of the kids I knocked around with, when you came to ours, it was like, I'll always love them.
Yeah.
Because my dad is one of them. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get out of
Yeah.
And I was getting embarrassed, but that's what he's doing.
Where's your dad
I did that with Rona.
My dad.
I had nowhere to live, get on this one. I was married, and that was the be all and end all to everything in my life, being married.
Yeah.
And like, we had nowhere to live, our kid. So I'm Dad. Listen, this is my wife, Rona. We've got nowhere to live. She said, I'll bring no prostitutes up.
No, bring them up.
Prostitutes in my house.
My fucking wife.
No, they had some wretched ways.
I know.
Right, come on, man.
Yeah.
I've seen her on the Facebook, Roman.
Hey, Rona, yeah. I went to my dad's funeral and all that, but you know, me and Ronnie didn't get on, you know.
I was saying the other night, he chased me up the street running.
He fucking
Let
Let me just see where Manny's
him and his
dad's
fucking
from.
brothers looking for me.
Yeah.
Media back in the
My dad was from a place called Kaduna
Where's
in
that?
Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
So we're through Lani.
I thought he was from Sierra
But
Leone.
he spent most of his childhood in Sierra
Leone, right.
And my dad was a bus guard. And this is dead interesting, this. And my mum said, well, he came on a scholarship to Liverpool.
Okay.
But I found the infantry from a ship. And it was a stowaway.
They're all
He's a
stowaway.
He's a stowaway, and I've got it at home. I've got on my computer.
Yeah.
But I've never said no to my mum because she thinks.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Do you
But
know what he's got? And I've never seen any of the lads that's got. He's got a picture of his dad, his granddad, and his great granddad, don't you, Dad?
Have you done?
Right back, honestly, where it's proper. Don't know what.
Yeah.
Then the big
Black
pictures.
Black and white, yeah.
With the whole gear on and all.
And they were all alive.
Yeah, brilliant.
His brother was still there.
Yeah. I've got a picture.
So
I'm
what
digging his
about you
pictures
doing
out.
there? Yeah.
I've got a picture of me granddad at my grandma's funeral, at my grandma's grave, and my like on my dad's side, on his father's side, they were all Christians, so hence we called Emmanuel, and we all got Bible names.
Oh, okay.
But on my nan's side, because she was called Awua, you know what I mean, and my sister doesn't half look like my gran, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
but,
one of my sisters looks like my dad's
But
mum.
at my dad's mum died when he was young, hence that's why he went to Sierra Leone. And second now, she came to stay in U. So she stayed at ours for a while and then went to U.
But we're biblical Africans now.
Pardon?
You're African now.
Yeah, I'm African now.
Yeah.
So she came with her son, but my dad couldn't stand him because he was like a bit snivelly and a bit of a snotty nose, and my dad didn't go. My dad didn't hated him. He become the interior minister of Sierra Leone when he went back.
Yeah.
So he came with his mum to study, and it was called Jonathan. And I think my dad was like, he's studying, he's like 25, he's still studying, he should be working, that type of thing. But my granddad was the very first Postmaster General of Nigeria.
Right.
So the kind of history is. And do you know one thing, I do kind of wish that
You'd
we
have
would
asked
have,
them
we
more.
would have, no, well, do you know what I wish? I wish that we would have been able to speak.
Yeah.
I
do.
Okay.
Language.
Yeah.
I do.
Me too.
Because I was listening to Moorish,
Yeah.
and I was very much into kind of my dad's culture. I ate with my dad, so I
Yeah.
used to love the bitter leaf and
Yeah.
everything.
Anne
like-
said the same.
yeah, I
also.
used to love all that. So I've always had that awareness, whereas my kind of brother and sister, they won't eat my dad's food. They don't like it. I loved it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I love yam and green bananas and
exactly.
things.
And yellow yam.
Yeah, my dad's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Right, man.
That's good, Dan. That's his.
Wow.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Wow.
It's lovely.
You have to text me these
Yeah,
pictures,
yeah.
Dan.
Wow.
See, like all my dad's pictures of, I've got fuck all I've got one picture in the frame of my dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've only got
And
one
it's-
picture.
There's
Yeah.
pictures out there. It's like when he
Yeah,
passed.
yeah.
It's like, you know, this fucking done my head in a bit, like, fucking, in my 60th. My daughter did a thing for me in a pub on Hyde Road there. So we're having a drink, and like, now we buried my dad like 16 years ago, I reckon, and my dad was my dad to me, you know what I'm saying? And like, I'm like, well, I can't deal with this, I reckon. Would you sort it out for me, because my head fell off. So she sorted it all out, and then somewhere a couple of years down the line, I'm getting told that, yeah, remember the tomato plant that was in my dad's house? And yeah, it's in my back garden. So I'm like, rah, nice one, nice one. And that's where his ashes are.
Aww.
Fuck off. What do you mean? I didn't like that, because you didn't ask me if you could do that. It's my dad, not your fucking dad, it's my dad.
Yeah.
So like, on my 60th now, my sister's come across to me with her daughter, which is our Stacey, where the tomato plant is. And she's given me this little box. I'm like, what? She says, here's my dad's ashes. And I broke down, man, and cried my eyes out. And I'm like, what? Where have you had my dad's fucking ashes for 16 years, knowing how I feel? And you've got my dad's ashes in a wardrobe. Never been fucking out on the shelf or anything. Been in a wardrobe. But since I lost that in East Lot. You know, you know what I mean? And like, he died of cancer, and that was a bit freaky, because he was only 26, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden now, I can sleep, because your dad's there. I'm like, wow.
That's what I wanted to ask you. Is that Lloyd, his boy? Who's died?
No.
So you saying that about your dad? My mum brought my dad's ashes from Canada, because my mum's still in Canada. She's 85 now. So she's been a couple of times. So she brought me dad's ashes, and we booked to go on the ferry on to Liverpool, and we dropped his ashes. She said he came on a boat.
Well, that's what I wanted to do with mine.
Africa on the boat. We had a good day, didn't we? You know what I mean?
That's what I want to do with mine, but that's what they say. No, I sort of take him back to Barbados. Well, like, you fucking never got to Barbados in your fucking life, so why are you promising my dad things? My daughter goes to Barbados nearly every fucking year, so why don't you give me my dad and let my dad go home? You know what I mean? But they keep it, it might be a bad thing to say, you know what I mean, but at the end of the day, she's keeping it for her sentimentality, you know. Not your fucking dad. You know what I mean? My dad, you know what I mean? I remember that when he was in uni over by
I remember your dad's.
back in the Watson.
His dad was sharp, see, he was sharp, and all, but he got it from his dad, because his dad was that smart.
I couldn't believe it when I first went in his house.
Who was it, my dad's?
No, in your mum's.
In my mum's.
She talked a posh, didn't she? And I thought, that's not his mum. The table set, nice and proper fancy. So he's come for tea. He said, you're right. He said, yes. I'll sit down on that. It's not his fucking mum. Right, so he sat down and he didn't need a tablecloth and the knives and all the little things. And I thought, that'd be on my best behaviour. You know how I eat, like I'm never going to eat again. I'm thinking like a savage. That night we took some acid, didn't we? Yeah. And we ended up on Jackson's clay pit, didn't we? Me and him, we was off that. We was out of it. When we got back to the house, your mum was on. What's he had one of these? It's nothing to do with me. This is the second mother now that's been on me. What have you give my fucking son?
You know, was trying to get somebody to call for it. Oh my God!
I always saw me back in the day. Probably spot. Okay, now that wall in the bedroom. Remember, he got it. It was my room. You know what I mean? He was living in there. Me, Curtis Benjamin.
Yeah, me, Curtis, Baz.
Baz was still at home. We're in this fucking this cabin, one room, you know. And I've gone like that, fuck this. Because of the tricks. I painted the whole wall black. He put this fucking planet on it. With a big fuck off mushroom, right? With a fucking fucking arrow point.
We did the same now with Ricketts. It was something at the time.
I was sitting with you one night, and okay, now I'll tell you what. There was me and you, and it was on the flats that were facing the castle. Not facing the castle, just to the right of it, and the back of the precinct, the block there. The high rock.
Medlock.
And what happened was, it was me and you, and we I don't know who I can't remember who the girls were, but what happened was, we took a trip with these 3 girls, and then that was it, bang. One of the girls didn't like the other one. They started falling out with each other. I got all really paranoid. But it really did, because it was starting really to turn. We come out of there and all the street lights, and I was like, oh my God, where, and we ended up going to a blues, and me and him were stood against the wall like that all night. And I kept saying to him, do you want a drink? And he'd go, yeah. And do you know what? By the end of the night, we had about 50 half Guinnesses lined up. Didn't touch one of them. And at the end of the night, the guy said to us, "Are you going? Because everyone's gone. I don't want to close the door." The girls went stood against the wall. And after that, I think I tried it once more and I thought, nice.
Do you know Derek, when we give Derek one night, so we'd gone to the Russell. So I said, Big Macca was looking for some whiz. So Derek's necked it. I said, listen D, sit there, so don't move. Because that comes on you. So I said, I won't be a minute. So I walked upstairs. When I come back, it's gone. Right? So I said to Big Ivan on the door, I said, you seen Star? Him gone, So I thought, he'll make his way to the Reno. Right, so I've gone to the Reno. No sign of him. About an hour later, he showed up, right? But he looks like he's been dragged through a fucking head. But he was crying and went, I said, where have you fucking been anywhere? He said, where have you been? I said, fucking pull yourself together, you like that. And he said to these 2 women, you know where Tommy is? Well, we don't know who Tommy is. So I've been looking in the bins and everything. He was funny when he did. Oh, Derek
loved his cars. He's still the same. Oh my God.
Do you know how I met him, don't you?
Go on.
I ended up having a fight with his dad. His dad come up in the booth, didn't he, to me? But he was drunk, he was a proper heavy drinker. And he said, give me my money. I said, what fucking money? He said, you've thieved me £4. I said, I don't know what you're on about. But he tried to put his hands in my pockets to search me. So I've gone, bang, bang. He's like, what? So
that's really bad to batter someone's
so he's come running up the stairs and he's seen it's me. Now we knew each other, but we hadn't ever even spoke really. But he knew his dad was a trouble causing him a drink. But it was them 2 who'd robbed his £4. So Derek knew that I hadn't robbed him, because he had. Right? And we just became mates after that.
Derek, say hello from me.
I will do.
Oh my God.
Hey?
We'll have to be like.
Come on, I go.
Marcus, I'm going to you 2
Alright.
We're going to go up and see Derek in a bit.
Where is it?
Pass by.
He's at 32 Whitchurch Road by the Baths.
32 Whitchurch.
You'll see the black golf. Withington Baths.
Oh, Whittington, yeah, Whitchurch.
Yeah, Manny be easy.
All right, listen, I might pass that way.
All right.
Okay, then.
Sorry, man.
Good to see you. 32 Whitchurch.
See you again, love. Take care.
Yeah.
32 Whitchurch.
All right.
I'd love to see you.
Right, so see you in a bit.
Take care. See you soon.
Good to see you.
All right, take care.